Greetings, YouTube. Back comic book guy here, better known as Dennis Staten, or the Daily Dan blog. And speaking of the Daily Dan blog, this week on the Daily Dan blog, I'm taking a look at Jim Henson's Labyrinth. #1. That's right, it's a #1 comic from whatever name comic book company this is. Or Chia, or Chia, I don't know. If you can pronounce that word, let me know what it is in the comments below. Look at the horrible faces on this kid. That's a little Kenny with blonde hair and blue eyes. You'd think if he had blonde hair and blue eyes, you'd be a much happier looking child. Even the Pooh Bear looks like it's crying. Check out this evil looking face. She looks like... swear she looks like that actress from the Blue Lagoon, Brooke Shields, right? Inside the front cover, you get the people you can blame for this monstrosity. Yeah, it's the story of a girl named SARA and her encounters with the Goblin King. I give credit where credit's due. The art in this comic book is pretty good. But the story, it leaves a lot to be lacking. This comic book really gave me a kick when I saw WWE wrestling promoter Kevin Dunn show up. I bet Jim Cornette could crack a lot of jokes about this guy showing up in a comic book. Google Kevin Dunn. Yeah, if you want to see the full book and a full review, it's up now on the Daily Dan blog. But till then, check this out. The ugliest goblins that ever existed. This could be the worst drawn goblins that I've ever seen. And that's the only bad art in this comic book. I like the dark, creepy, horror movie-like scenes in this comic book. What do you think about the art? Let me know in the comments below. Even though I'm not real fond of panels like this. And is that guy supposed to look like David Bowie? He looks more like the Warlock. It's like the Warlock versus Brooke Shields in this comic book from 2024. And the most disturbing part of this comic book is the island. You know, the island where they take the kids to. Beep. Yeah, part 1 wasn't no real thrill. It was issue #1, and it ends at the Labyrinth gates. They spent a whole comic book getting you to the Labyrinth. Wow, what a long, drug-out comic book. I don't know if I'll ever see part 2, but if I do, I'll review it here on the Daily Dan blog and show you a clip here on the Fat Comic Book Guy. Finally, commercials. You know, they're my favorite part. You could have joined the kids club. That's right. You could have ordered really cool graphic novels. You could have had a graphic novel of this exact comic book for $25. Wah, 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 wah. And then we get the nightmare. The nightmare called Minor Arcana. It's the story of olive oil. What? Olive oil. After the fall of Popeye, olive oil moves on. Wow, I hate this already. But that's not the most disturbing thing. Follow your heart. Drive your destiny. Fight for love and meet Sir. Sometimes she's a she. Sometimes she's a he. The incredible, fell-hound, woke world of Sir. I think I just threw up in my freaking mouth that this actually exists. It's a shame. Hey, now, this one might be cool. It's in the graveyard. It's in the graveyard now. Yeah, all right. It's the Graveyard Club from R.L. Stine, a new collection of really cool comic books coming out in 2024. So I'm thinking they're already out. So if I get a chance to pick up the Graveyard Club by R.L. Stine books, I'll be reviewing them on the Daily Dan blog one day, I guess. Wow, this is a commercial for the Dark Crystal. The Dark Crystal coming soon to the Daily Dan blog. Wait a minute, I'm not kidding. Here's you a sneak peek at next week's book. And then the 8-year saga ends. Finally, in its darkest hour, Power Rangers comes to an end in 2024, and the world rejoiced and the world was happy that they no longer would have to endure the Power Rangers saga. Oh, real good comic book. Real good. Way to waste a back cover. And be sure to check me out on the Daily Dan blog this week. Video already up when I review Jim Henson's Labyrinth, #1 from 2024. Great art, crappy story. Blog over.